welcome back to All the Crackers in the Box. Hi, today has been a crafting roulette day. It has been one to another to another. Glad you came to visit. Hi, friends, and others, and everyone, anybody. So, today I jumped all over the place. I did a little this project, to this project. One moment here. Okay, yesterday I was talking about this pattern that I was really struggling with, and I finally possibly got it to work for myself. So basically, my issue was keeping this orange part round, because we're going to put eyes, and a mouth, and then doing this piece to square. It was just doing this waviness. This isn't as bad as it was, so I'm just going to take it as is, and I'm really just going to I'm not going to sew them together, I'm going to single crochet them together, but I have two, and then I get to figure out the ghost after I get 32 of these. Yeah, but I got those started. It took me forever, so I jumped around from a couple different things. I worked on the corner to corner Ninja Turtle blanket for a bit right before dinner, and that one's a little tough to get time in because I have to use my phone, like I said before. But I have gotten a cord so I can charge the other phone with the pen, so I should probably be able to start putting other patterns on that one and use it as more of a notepad, which is great. And worked on my mom's cocoon. That one's got about maybe 3 more colors to go in, so it's just a matter of just going through these giant... Oh, and I actually had to backtrack on that today. I found a spot where I was on a corner and I did 3, I did my 2, and then it was 1. Not 3, 1. So I had to go back almost a row and a half to that spot. So I was really excited about that. And the other one I worked on was my cross stitch, which I said I would pull out at some point, and I have it out. So this is where I'm at with this one. I've been working on this one for a long time, and see, they're super tiny stitches. And I got a little gray in there, finished off this one, did a little bit of red because I'll show you my dirty backs here. I'm not very good at keeping them super neat. I do it very old school. I was taught by my mother and grandmother how to cross stitch, and it is something I really enjoy doing. That sound of the needle going through the adient is amazing. I've forgotten how great of a program I had actually bought. This wasn't a freebie program. There is a free version, but I pay like $4 or $5 for this program. I think it's called Canvas Pro. One moment while I grab the phone. The phone I'm using is super ancient. And I don't want to show you a picture on there because it is a picture of my family. So we are going to just open it up. It's eCanvas for cross stitch, and I have my Pro. Now you can see my pattern. Press this right here, and it gives you a color list. And let's see, we'll go navy blue. And all the ones with circles are where I need to put navy blue. I can take my pen out of this most of the time. Do that. And then I can cross off everywhere. Like that. And that. Take that away. Go like that. So I got those 2 there saying that I did them. but I haven't, so we're just going to make sure that I take those off. There we go. Okay. So this program, I took a picture that I already had, and I took a picture of it, and I told it I wanted this many colors, I wanted it to be this big, and it created the graph for me, which was really neat. I don't do this to sell anything, so this isn't for anybody else, just a preferred picture or an object I have in the house. I've done a couple of those where, like a figurine or something, I'm not even sure where those ended up. To be honest with you, I don't know where those cross stitches ended up. Did I even finish them? Maybe not. Anyway, they are for personal use, and yeah, for about $4 something. I don't even know if this program is still available. I got it so long ago, but it's on my file and on this phone, so I'm going to continually use it until I don't need it. I also have a PDF writable one where I can write on PDFs, because I do have some cross-stitch PDFs that I got for the for free ones downloaded. Pretty sure they might be a little iffy, the gray area. Not sure if they're stolen. I'm not sure if they're licensed. I'm not sure of any of that. I don't know. So I'm debating about doing some of them, but I have them all ready to go, kitted up. Yeah. So I am very happy about my progress today. I've done lots and lots and lots, and that is really exciting to me. I will have to charge this phone again. But I mean, you do what you gotta do. I'm just gonna reach down, grab something to keep my hands busy. Probably gonna go back to the cross stitch. I was really enjoying that while I was relaxing here, watching TV. Done so much crochet today that my hands are just kind of like, do something different. I don't really feel like playing a game. I kind of do, but I'm really enjoying the show I'm watching, so, or listening, well, sort of watching, sort of listening to. Sorry. I got this pillow there. That isn't sitting where it should. There we go, that's better. Yeah, sometimes I don't get very comfortable in chairs. Anyway, so yesterday I had orange on the hook, and today I have a brown. So this is really, really coming together. And I seem to be using this one all over the place in the last couple of weeks. I made a market bag for my daughter's 3rd birthday. She got a cash register for one of her gifts, so she can play store now. And she's 3, and everything that I made her cost $90. So I went and bought some garlic, green pepper, an apple, and what else did I buy? It was 2 garlics, carrot. It's a carrot. So I had a full little market bag, because I made the bag big enough just to put on her shoulder. It's not an adult size. It is definitely her size. And everything cost me $70. Oh no, $90. All the fruit and stuff cost me $90. I bought a bracelet and a gaudy plastic beauty ring, and that cost me $70 each. When I asked her how much I owe her, a lot of dollars. She's got a great store. She's got a great racket. She's making a profit. I'm very proud of her. Keep going, baby girl. So we played Star for a little bit, and I was buying stuff, and we were talking about it, and we had a great time. And because it was so nice, she kept trying to give me all her stuff for free, and I told her, I need to give you my money. And she was really having fun with that. And yeah, it was just one of those quiet at home days. It was nice, but not nice. That kind of thing, like I'm hot right now, but it also could be that I'm wearing really thick pants. So I'm not quite into pajama mode yet. I will be very, very soon. I want to get comfy on my bed. Oh, so I picked up one of my projects that's been on the floor in a basket, the Corner to Corner Ninja Turtle. And I put it on the bed, and I think I had a stowaway, amazing spider running around on my bed going towards a lot of stuffies and whatnot that are kept on the bed for the kids and whatnot. And yeah, that was amazing because I am absolutely petrified of spiders. And now I'm a little paranoid, so I'm going to have a little trouble sleeping tonight. I did have a coffee this evening, and that will probably factor in a tiny bit. But I know I'm going to close my eyes and just see that thing running around. And it wasn't a big one either. It was kind of small, so you would think I'd be okay with that by now. But no, it gets me every time. I feel just like they're all just waiting for me to put my guard down. They're coming for me. Love it. I had a bedroom when I was younger. There ended up being a horrible ant infestation. There were red ants, black ants, brown ants, flying ants of every color, and my whole closet, about a month after we moved in, was crawling with them. No, there was no food. There was nothing like that. Like, I never had food in that room. I wasn't allowed to eat in my bedroom. So it was nothing like that. They just started coming up through the carpet and through the floor. We had to get the room fumigated like 3 times. And wolf spiders moved in. When I say wolf spiders, I'm talking big, hairy, mean-looking, big as my hand. I know that because I kept having them crawl on me in my sleep, and I kept feeling them with my hands. And I still am so traumatized, feeling like pushing one along with my hand as I'm sleeping, and I'm thinking it's a dream, but no, it's actually real. And I turn on the light, and I can't find it. I never find it. Never, ever found them. To this day, I still do not like that. I lived in this one place on my own shortly after I was on my own, and it was just a terrible little box, and it was really old. It used to be a set of almost motels, but not really. And it was more for people that worked in orchards, and the orchards were long gone, so these had been built in like the 1920s or earlier. So they were really old, sort of weren't meant to last kind of places. I remember one time I fell asleep on my little couch watching TV, and my arm was off the couch, and something bigger than my hand crawled up my arm and looked me right in the eyes, and I flung it, and I heard it hit the wall. It was wet. It was disgusting. And I heard it run away. Never saw him again either. Yeah, oh my God. I moved very shortly after that. It was the only summer I spent there. I could not sleep there anymore. I was just like, there's no way I'm going anywhere near my bed. I'm not going in, just no. I just could not deal with it. To this day, I still just do not like them. I've tried really hard to become a little calmer about it, and I now have a rule that if they're outside, I will, for the most part, just really try to avoid them. But if they're like in my bed, in my room, I will definitely need them removed, and I have a few family members that will actually take them outside, which I'm fine with. I won't do it. If I'm the only one there, I cannot. I just can't. I just need them gone. Need them away. And I happen to live in a place where some of them can get quite large. Like, we had a male black widow set up a camp on my patio this year. Not a happy mama. My kids go out there and play quite often. My husband brought home a free art easel, like a one-step, two-stepper, and it had a great big wolf spider living in it. That thing has never been allowed in the house. I'd like it to come in the house, but yeah, I'm also kind of not happy about that. A couple days ago, something was making, it was some sort of spider. I didn't get a good look at it, but it was making a little cocoon for its eggs. up in the corner of my kitchen. I had just been up there cleaning up there, and I saw it the next morning. I'm like, yeah, no, I know what that is. Someone needs to get that thing out of here. So it got knocked down, and I just probably found somewhere else to go and nest. So I'm really not excited about that. I don't like knowing that they're in my house, and I'm freaking myself out a little more. But, you know, it's the season to be freaked out, so why not? Face your fears, girl. At least the crocheting's helping me calm down a little bit. You gotta get that yarn therapy in. I do firmly believe, keep seeing stuff about how yarn and other crafting stuff is really good for you. And when I get all paranoid or freaking out or just any of the things, especially when I start thinking about things like that too much, I let my brain go too crazy because I'm a very vivid imagination, which is great. And then sometimes it's not so great. I'm getting excited that I hopefully will have this done for her. I'd really like it done for the cooler weather so she can wear it. It is definitely her fall colors. My mom's always been one to love the fall colors. My nephew, her grandson, is visiting this weekend for Thanksgiving because it's Canada's Thanksgiving. I don't really refer to it as Thanksgiving. Everybody else does, but I am not a big fan of the whole I just don't really like a lot of the treatment of how Native people have been treated throughout Canada's history or American history. I'm not here for it. I don't want to celebrate anything to do with genocide, horrible atrocities. I'm just not a big fan. And that goes with any group of people. I think it's just horrific what people do to each other over land, over belongings, that kind of thing. I don't know if that's the mom in me or whatever, but I just don't feel comfortable saying Happy Thanksgiving, so I do not do that. I also try to steer away from Happy Canada Day because there are some special people in my life that feel like it is kind of a kick to the groin to them and their families over the stuff that's happened to them. And yeah, I'm not cool with that. My husband's grandmother is one of the farm kids from Britain, where they basically, well, your mom's at work, we're going to take these kids, only some of the kids, and we're going to take them to Canada. So this poor woman comes home and some of her kids are gone. She never ever got to see them again. These children were shipped halfway across the world to go work in deplorable, horrible stuff. Like, just so heartbreaking. I can't imagine. I understand what the program was. The program was to help orphans, street urchins. But they were started picking kids that weren't in any sort of danger. So these ones were well taken care of. Mom worked. She had kept them fed and all that kind of stuff, but they still came and took a couple of them. Decided, yep, you'll do. And there's nothing she could ever do about it. It's just a whole lot of stuff. But that's the kind of stuff that just drives me crazy. And for me, it has nothing to do with race. It just has to do with the fact that, wow, it's astounding that anyone could just do this and not even have a problem with it. I'm sure some people did, but for the most part, a lot of people didn't. Anyways, I'm sitting here crocheting, getting myself all worked up. But yes, it's going to be Thanksgiving, so we're going to do Thanksgiving. My nephew is quite impressed with the color I've chosen. He thinks that it's definitely Grandma's colors and that she will look very cozy. And that's what I'm hoping for her. So, On that note, probably gonna call it a day over here at All the Crackers in the Box. I kind of want to sit down in my jamma jams. I want to watch a thrilling show and turn the lights off in a bit. Probably gonna do a little more cross stitch. I may do some cross stitch filming because, like I said, I absolutely love the sound of the needle going through, and cross stitch has always been one of my favorites. It's kind of why I got into diamond art at all, because they're very similar but not similar. Like, they're interchangeable. You can go back and forth. Like, I could take a cross stitching pattern and have it turned into a diamond art if I wanted to. That is a little excessive. I don't know who was doing this before, but they have some big hands on these knots, so that I've just been redoing them. But that's the fun of using your scrap. And fairly soon I'm going to be rolling up my scraps into big balls to make interesting patterns. I don't know how big some of them are going to be. I think I'm going to be cutting and choosing here and there, cut them off here and there. And like I've said before, a long time ago, I want to recover my dining room chairs. They are disintegrating. I have this leather stuff I don't think it's real leather. The real leather should not disintegrate. Not like this. I think it's the fake leather stuff, and it's just not doing well. And yeah, at least two of the chairs I have in the house need some work with like glue and screws and stuff to put them back together properly so they're usable. Got the glue, I've got the screws, I've got the clamps. I may need longer clamps though, but it's a start. So, and I'll be able to start working on this old desk of mine and refurbishing that. And I'm also going to have to start looking at redoing my dining room table. I haven't had my dining room table that long, but the varnish is all wearing away, and some of the spots have already gone from a deep walnut varnish to pine. I'm pretty sure it's pine. And it's just exposed wood at this point, so some of it's still shiny in some spots. It's interesting look. It is an interesting look, but I'm not sure how long I want to keep the top of it looking like that. The thing is in great working order except for that, so I may have to find myself a little shed somewhere soon and do some woodworking. Get a sander, sand it down. Probably make it a lot lighter though. I have dark cabinets, dark table and chairs, and dark shelving, and it is not the brightest place. I don't get a lot of natural light, so it is really a struggle sometimes. So I got some ideas, but yeah, I want to start off with the seats at the very least. Grab some foam and maybe thicken them up a little bit so they're a little softer to sit on, and go from there. But anyways, thanks for joining me here at All the Crackers in the Box, and I hope you have a great and wonderful happy Friday into this beautiful weekend as we get closer and closer to the wonderful day of Halloween. Thanks again. See you soon.